do I know that I no longer qualify for a PTSD diagnosis? Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Hi, everybody. My name is Jill. Welcome back to the Journey Sage. And this is a channel where I talk about the process of healing childhood trauma-induced PTSD with psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. And one of the questions that has come up on like 2 or 3 podcasts is, well, Jill, how do you actually know that you no longer have PTSD? Or what was the first sign? So the very first sign was that I was no longer suicidal. Remember, I came to this therapy absolutely sure that the universe was going to destroy me in some way, and I was tired, and I was not really looking forward to any future, and I was suicidal. At the end of the therapy, I was no longer suicidal. Huge kudos to my doctors for working through this with me. And so I think that was like the major indicator that I no longer qualified for the diagnosis. But I will also add that the way that I live my life now emotionally is way different than before the therapy. So let's get a little specific. Let's talk about the idea of kind of being chill, kind of being a little bit relaxed. Before my therapy, I was the opposite of relaxed. I was constantly on high alert, especially at work, that anything that would threaten my stability, I was like super high achieving, hard worker, type A, make sure everything got done kind of girl, not chill. I just thought that's who I was. And the anxiety that kind of came along with it, I just thought that was type A anxiety. Well, after the therapy, I am far more relaxed. I've still retained my type A-ness. I've still retained my interest in getting stuff done and getting results. What's missing is the anxiety around what would happen if I don't get something done or it's not absolutely perfect. I'm way more relaxed now. I have a much better perspective on what I can achieve, what is reasonable, and I just don't have that anxiety that something awful is going to happen if I don't have everything perfect. So there you go. The chill, relaxed component, I definitely see a change there. Secondly, criticism. Huge. Before my therapy, I outsourced how I felt about myself to other people, to be completely candid. Because as a child, I never learned to internally source that kind of sense of well-being about myself. And so I would absorb criticism no matter how little and regardless of who gave it to me. And it would send me into a spiral. Again, the type A, I would have to then go ahead and overcompensate, get something done. After the therapy, I'm able to see criticism and feedback, but I'm able to filter it. And I'm very much able to filter it by who is giving that criticism or feedback. Because if that person isn't someone that I would actually go to for advice, I very rarely listen to their criticism. I mean, heck, I've got a YouTube channel talking about psychedelics. You don't think I'm getting criticism and feedback? But I filter it depending on who's giving it and what their motives are and what I want to achieve. I was not able to do that before the therapy. And then I think the last one is a really interesting one. It's a sense of responsibility. I apologized for everything and anything before my therapy, that even when things were not my responsibility, I took responsibility because I wanted to make sure that other people were happy and other people were taken care of. And if somebody else wasn't doing that, I took on that responsibility. After the therapy, I absolutely can kind of like stay in my lane a lot more, that I certainly don't apologize for other people's lack or other people's issues. I only apologize for myself. And I don't feel this like massive sense of responsibility to make everything perfect for everyone. I feel a huge responsibility to inform people about this therapy, but that's out of kindness. That's not out of a sense of something bad is going to happen if I don't make this right. And so there you go. 4 concrete ways that I know I no longer qualify for a PTSD diagnosis. No longer suicidal, far more relaxed. I don't absorb criticism, and I only take responsibility for the things that I should take responsibility for. And I'm incredibly grateful for my doctors who stuck with me through all of the talk therapy, because that's how I've been able to make all of these shifts in life. So there you go. If you have additional questions or want to read my story, head on over to Amazon, where Rescuing Jill and the Companion Handbook are available. If you'd like more information and resources, head on over to thejourneysage.com. And until next time, take care.